This video is going to cover how to create a greater connection in a shorter amount of time. So we're just finishing up the holidays, and there's a lot of times when we could spend 3-4 hours with somebody or doing something and feel like not a lot gets done. And there are other times we maybe spend 45 minutes and we get a tremendous amount of ground. And what's the difference? It's easy to see those things when we're working on work or maybe exercise, but when we're working on relationships, it's maybe not as clear in building connection with our families and with our wives. So what are those things that make connection greater in a shorter amount of time? Number one, eliminating distractions. So, for example, in our home, there are dishes, there are dogs, there are other chores, there are a lot of distractions that can affect our ability to really be present and connect. There's so many other things that need to get done. Even if it's not in the front of our mind, it's in the back of our mind. We're thinking about the other things we need to do instead of being totally present in the moment with the person. And that's ultimately what we're moving towards. When you're with your son, your daughter, we want to be totally present in that moment. These are the moments that are going to build the deep level of love and connection within you, so that when you comes back and you've got to say, hey, like your room needs to get clean, we have to leave in the next 10 minutes. Those things are going to land a lot better because they know in their heart that they've spent time with you, even without thinking about it, at the subconscious level, that there is a love and connection that you provide that no one else can. It's a very valuable tool you have as a dad. Nobody else can be dad. You're it. You cannot hire it out. You are the dude that has to show up and perform. And when you do, it can make a tremendous impact. Exercise number 2. Think of the last 3 months, the activities where you have the greatest memory and greatest joy within that experience. Was it going to an arcade, playing bowling, playing a card game, throwing the football, lifting weights with your kids? Like whatever it is for you, what is the activity that hits the hardest? What is the biggest punch, right? We have the jab, we have a cross, we have like all these tools. What is the one when this hits and it hits hard, we have a great time, we have connection, and it's a really meaningful time. To identify what are your big hitters, what are the activities that you can do that make the biggest impact. Write a list of every activity that you do that you feel within the last 3 months has a very meaningful and powerful impact. Step 3, simple. Create a plan, get it on the schedule to do one of those activities that eliminates distraction and builds fantastic connection. Now, once it's on the schedule, on the plan, we know that there are always things on our schedules that get slid, moved off. Once it's on there, we have to also execute and make sure that that task, that activity with our family happens. When you take the time and you go through these 3 steps, there is no way you cannot build a greater connection with your wife, with your kids, making time and connecting with the things that matter the most. The goal of this video is for you to know, all right, I can spend an hour doing this activity and it could make the same or greater impact that something that took 5 hours is. All right? It's not about more time, it's about the quality and the impact of the time that you spend. If this has helped you out, please hit the thumbs up. If you're new here, hit the subscribe. And I'm going to be launching a course for dads to become revered leaders within their home. This is something I've been working with my clients for a long time, one-on-one. I want to reach more dads. I want to have an elevation in the leadership that we have as dads throughout this country. If this is something you're interested in learning more about and you're serious about making a change, you want to gain more traction within your home, I'm going to leave a link to get on the waiting list. It's free to be on the waiting list. We'll send you more information. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next episode.